Yo, what's going on, everybody? Egtv, and it's Egal. You know what it is. I'm back again with another video, and today I'll be discussing Liverpool versus Arsenal, and we're going to be talking about another one. Yes, we're facing Liverpool again. We just faced them in the league. Yes, we lost. Yes, we lost again at Anfield. Unfortunately, we lost 3-1 to Liverpool, and now we'll be facing them again. So I'll be going over the game. I'll be doing some predictions. We'll be talking about the game. We'll be talking about everything. Put your predictions in for the game right now in the comment section while you're still here. If you guys can put your predictions in for the game, I'll be doing a watch along for that game tomorrow. You guys already know the game's at 7:30 here in the UK, and I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. But today we'll be discussing the Carabao Cup, Liverpool versus Arsenal. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, let me ask you guys what's going on. You guys already know it's EG the Kid, and we're going to be talking about the Liverpool versus Arsenal game. And you guys know I'm wearing my kit for a couple years ago. Yes, sir. I actually wore this kit for this. What was this? The third game from now that I went to. I went to a Crystal Palace game the year that thing was gone. That was like what, my third game. Yeah, that was my third game. So we're going to talk about Arteta. We're going to talk about Klopp. We're going to talk about a lot of things. But first, I want you guys to let me just get this out of the way. If you guys can subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is in the description for everyone on Facebook, everyone already watching. If you can just subscribe, that would really mean a lot to me. Thank you. Now let's get into it. I want you guys in the comment section to engage today. Tell me what you guys think is going to happen in this Liverpool game, because this is another game quickly that we're going to be facing Liverpool. We're going to be facing Liverpool 2 times, the third time this year already. We faced them in the Carabao Cup. We're going to face them. We faced them in the league already, and we already faced them in the Community Shield. We beat them in the Community Shield on penalties. We lost 3-1 to them in the league. And what's going to happen tomorrow? We already have some people throwing predictions in the comment section. First prediction of the day is 4-2, right? Good luck with your channel, mate. Thank you, Patrick. Big up to you. So yeah, so I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think is going to happen tomorrow? Because in my eyes, I don't know who's going to start, but I'm going to go through my starting lineup, who I would pick, because I think who I would pick is different from who everyone else would pick. I'm going to go through everything from the beginning to the end. We're going to get on to the transfer news. Yes, sir, we're going to get on to that transfer news. Husam Ottawa and Thomas Partey, we're going to talk about that later. But first, we're going to get into the main thing that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the Arsenal versus Liverpool game. And what do you guys think is going to happen for this game? Who do you guys want to play this game? Who do you guys want in this team? Who do you guys think is going to play? Because in my eyes, everybody's going with different teams. Everybody's going with different lineups. Everyone's going with different predictions. And in my opinion, the one thing that everyone seems to be predicting is that we're going to lose again. And I don't want no negativity here. So I'm going to keep that out of the way. First, what we're going to do is team selection, right? So I'm going to start with the goalkeeper, right? Who are you guys picking for your goalkeeper? Because I think my goalkeeper, I want Leno to be rested. Leno has played every single game except for that Community Shield game that Martinez played in. So first things first, who are we going to pick in goal? Are we going to go with Leno, or are we going to go with Runnerson? The thing about Leno is Leno needs a break. Leno needs a break. He can't play every single game. We got some predictions already saying 0-0. Hi, what's going on to you? Everyone on Facebook, big up to you guys on Facebook. I love the support, mad support from you guys on Facebook. Ozil to play? I don't know. We'll see who I pick, right? So my first prediction is that we're going to go with Runnerson. I think Runnerson's going to get his first game as an Arsenal player. He's going to play in goal. And I think it makes sense that Runnerson plays this game. I don't know what you guys think, but I think Runnerson will definitely play this game. Now, I think our formation will most likely stay the same. We're most likely going to still go with the 3-4-3. So that is going to stay the same. I think this is the game where we might finally get to see William Saliba. Now, William Saliba hasn't played much football for us. What do you guys think? Do you guys think William Saliba, this is the game for William Saliba? This is the game for him to finally make his debut in the first team. This is the game. Finally, we're going to get to see the young Frenchman who had so much hype around his name. William Saliba, statistically, was a great player in France. We don't know what he's going to be like in the Premier League. We don't know what he's going to be like in the English League. We don't know what he's going to be like in the Europa League for Arsenal. But one thing we do know is that he's able to defend that right flank like a right back. He has attacking returns as a right back, and he can fill in as a right back. And his main role is on the right side of that center back pairing. He's played in a back four, he's played in a back three, and he's played as a right back in a back four. He hasn't been a wing back option before, but he's played numerous positions. And you know what? I think William Saliba, this is the game for William Saliba to jump right into the team and to get that starting role. So I think Saliba will be playing this game, and he's the person that I'm going to be slotting in to that right-handed side of the defense. So William Saliba slots right in for me in that right-hand side, and he'll be taking control of this whole area. Okay. Now in the middle of the defense, this is where I put back the man himself, Gabriel. I think Gabriel needs to play this game. Gabriel has to start, and we need to give him a couple of games running, give him an opportunity to get his feet underneath him. And I like him, and I like what he's been doing so far. So you know what? I'm going to go with Gabriel. Let's read some of your comments. I'm pretty sure that we will be getting revenge. I'm not expecting anything less than a win. And that's what I like, Henry. Big up to you, Henry. Big up to Henry. We got 2-1 Arsenal. I love the positivity, my friend. I love it. Ceballos needs to start 100%. Ceballos was a game changer when he came into that game. He came on off the bench and gave a man of the match performance. I think Arsenal will win. I hope so. Please, what is the latest on Houssam Aouar? I will get to that, my friend. Just 1 second, right? Thomas Partey played for Atletico today. I'm not surprised. It doesn't look like we will be getting Thomas Partey anytime soon, unfortunately. Big up to Lim Burkamp. Big up to you, bro. One of the best guys. Big up to Skills. Big up to Skills. Big up to Mr. Bongo. You guys already know. Big up to you guys. Right? Let's just read out some of these comments. So Houssam Aouar, our latest option, our last option. I think he's going to be an Arsenal player. United fans are getting gassed. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They won 3-0, so they should be positive. You know what? But yeah. So getting back to Gabriel. Gabriel for me starts. Gabriel starts this game, and I think Gabriel will most likely start this game, and he'll probably be that left side of that central side of our defense. So Gabriel is the one that's going to slot in for me in the middle in the defense. I'm going to put in Gabriel. So now this is a shaky one with Kolasinac possibly leaving. Who do you put on that side on this side of the defense? Who do you put? Do you guys go with something different? Do you guys change it to a back four? What do you guys do for this left side of the defense? Because Sead Kolasinac, I'm hearing Sead Kolasinac could possibly be leaving. I'm hearing Socrates could possibly be leaving. But it looks like Sead Kolasinac would be going to Schalke. No, why did I say Schalke? Bayer Leverkusen. It looks like he will be leaving to Bayer Leverkusen. So most likely he will not be playing in this game. And I did a transfer video on that if you guys haven't already seen it. It's a quick little 7-minute or 10-minute video I did yesterday. So you can check that out. It looks like he'll most likely be leaving to Bayer Leverkusen. Mustafi is still injured. Callum Chambers looks like he is still injured. So it looks like our only other options are Kieran Tierney or Socrates. And do you guys think Socrates will play this game? I honestly don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. He could possibly go with Tierney again, give Tierney another game. But who would you guys put? This is why when I think about my team, I think that David Luiz is going to play, and I'm going to have to put in David Luiz into this team. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put David Luiz in the middle next to the two young signings that we've got. So David Luiz comes into our team. David Luiz slots into the middle, and you got Gabriel going out to the left. So that is going to be our back three, right? Now, with Ainsley Maitland-Niles playing the last game, I'm going to put Saka in the left wing back role, and I'm hoping that Saka plays in that role, and he offers us a lot coming from that attacking role. He joins into attack. He helps out in defense. He does everything. He sometimes drops into the 10, into the midfield. So you know what? Saka is going to be that left side player for me. And for me, Cedric Soares is going to be the guy on the right. Cedric Soares can help out in the defensive side, and he does have a good cross on him. So I'll put Cedric on that side. Now in the midfield, since Elneny played the last game, I think most likely Joe Willock will be playing this game. So I'm going to put Joe Willock into this team. Let's put Joe Willock into this team. What do you guys think about Joe Willock? Tell me what you guys think about Joe Willock as a player, and just give me your little updates on what you guys think about Joe Willock. I'm going to read out some of your comments right now. So yeah, let's go to some of your comments. Okay. We need to use Gabriel regularly. Yeah, I think Gabriel needs to play every single game, in my opinion. I completely agree with you. 9-0, the Arsenal. Let's go, Mr. Bongo. Mr. Bongo is hyping me right now. I love it. I love it, Mr. Bongo. Let's go. Now, we got another story here. Let's go. Arsenal midfield needs improving. We need to bring in 2 more signings in the midfield if we are to compete with for the top 4. Leicester, Everton, and even Aston Villa have better midfield players than Arsenal. Wow. Wow. First of all, I would say to you, sir, if you could do me a favor and subscribe to the channel on YouTube, big up to you. And anyone who wants to jump into the stream, you know what? The link is in the description of the video. So if you want to jump in, give us your opinions. Now, what I would say to you is, yes, we need to improve our midfield. Our midfield is very poor. And you know what? You could arguably say that our midfield is not even the top. We wouldn't make the top 10 with our midfield. But I have hopes that we can get top 4. Back 4, he thinks. Facts, that's our main problem. Yes, he agrees with you. You got someone who agrees with you. So yeah, so now what I'm going to do is the next player that I'm going to put in, I think Dani Ceballos was integral to the West Ham win when he gave the ball to Eddie Nketiah, and Saka was also man of the match for me that game. So I think Dani Ceballos gets into this team for me, and Dani Ceballos is going to start, and he's going to play heavy minutes. So I'm putting Joe Willock with Dani Ceballos. So Dani Ceballos is the guy that I'm going to be putting into this team. Let me just find Dani Ceballos on here. There we go. So Dani Ceballos. Now the front 3, the easiest player to pick out of this whole front 3, in my opinion, is one man. There's one man who gets into this team easily, and everyone should know who he is. His name is Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah scored some decent goals. He helped lead us to that victory versus Leicester, and he is our backup striker. He's most likely going to play this game. He's most likely going to start this game. And the partnership that he's had with Ceballos and the fight, a little scuffle they had, just led to making the team a lot closer. And I think that Eddie Nketiah will start up front as our main goal scorer for this game. So I'm putting Eddie Nketiah as the number 9 for this game, right? Now, let's just see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Woo, there's some heavy comments right now. So let's read this comment out. This guy, you wrote me a paragraph. One second. Let's just put up a picture. So I'm still shocked how on earth Arteta did not use what he has to what? Why Gabriel and Saliba did not make into the squad. No creativity in the last game against Liverpool. Why on earth did Arsenal sell why on earth would Arsenal sell Ainsley Maitland-Niles? You know what? That rumor today really got me triggered. Apparently, Ainsley Maitland-Niles is rumored to go to Manchester United, which really got me triggered. I definitely don't see him ever getting sold to a rival. And this is what he's talking about. He's saying Ainsley Maitland-Niles to a rival. I can't believe it. Arteta has no plan towards how to use the squad. Arsenal now only saw a few wins from Arteta, and they started to father of Arsenal Arteta, of Arsene Wenger, and why on earth will Arteta deny the talent Ozil and Guendouzi? I'm shocked. Okay, now what I would say is I'll break it down into parts. Now, first thing, Arteta, we still trust Arteta. Let's be honest, and you do too, probably. You're just questioning some of his decision making, which is fair. You can question Arteta's decision making. There's nothing wrong with that. But one thing I would say to you is, comparing him to Arsene Wenger is a club legend. We can't compare him to Arsene Wenger yet. And the whole Matteo Guendouzi and Ozil situation, we want to get Ozil off the books. We want to get him out of the club as soon as possible. So I'm not shocked that Ozil is not playing. And the Guendouzi issue, we've been trying to get rid of Guendouzi, but we haven't been able to. Do you think many hot dogs will be sold at the burger van? I don't know, Mr. Bongo. I don't know. I think you got to leave that up to the bookies, right? Let's start. Lacazette looks like he can get a lot of golden chances. You know what? Lacazette has blood on his hands for last game. Lacazette was one of the guys who had the most clear-cut chances against Liverpool. He had 3 chances. I think one of them was offside. He scored the first goal, and then he left himself gutted on the bench, upset that he missed the one-on-one against Alisson. I think the first goal, he had an opportunity to chip Alisson. And then the second goal, Alisson came so far, he was hesitant to chip him because of last time. So he tried to get around him and ended up kicking it right at his chest. So you know what? I feel bad for him, man. But you know what? You got to give Eddie Nketiah opportunity to play. And I think this is the kind of games that Eddie will get to play. And this is the kind of games that Eddie will get his chance to shine. What's the latest on Houssem Arwa? I will get to that soon, my friend. Now, we need strong midfields. Please let us buy more before the deadline. We'll get to that too. Have you played football? Egal, have you played Football Manager? Yes, I have played Football Manager. I played Football Manager 2019. I haven't played 2020. I haven't played Football Manager 2021. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but I'll get to that soon. Big up Egtv. Big up to you, Samuel. Samuel, if you want to come on, the link is in the description right now. If you want to jump on, jump on. It's up to you, my friend. Now, Mr. Bungo's just laughing. Okay, so now getting back to the lineup, right? So we have two positions left. Who are we going to play in these attacking roles? So we got here, we have an attacking role on the left. Who are we going to play on the left of the attacking three? I think it's quite simple. There's really not many options. I think you're going to go with Saka. No, you're going to go with Pepe to start on this side because he didn't start against Liverpool the last game. He's going to start this game. And I'm hearing rumors that Reiss Nelson could possibly be going to several different clubs. I'm hearing Reiss Nelson could be going out on loan. I'm hearing Reiss Nelson could be leaving the club. There's clubs like Brighton, Burnley, Crystal Palace, and Southampton. All are interested in the services of Reiss Nelson. So it could possibly be that Reiss Nelson could not be at the club next year, this full season, going out on a season-long loan. But I think Reiss Nelson's number one position, in my opinion, is on that right-hand side, is on that left-hand side of the attack. And I think this is where he will play most likely. And this is where he played against Leicester. And against Leicester, he had a decent performance. So I would put Reiss Nelson. I'd put Reiss Nelson in that team, and I'd put him on that side of the attack. So that's where I'm putting Reiss Nelson, and this is my starting 11, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think about my team? Tell me what you guys think. This is a very heavily changed team, very heavily changed squad, and this is what I'm going to be going with. Now, big up to everybody watching on Facebook. If you can do me a favor, subscribe to the channel on YouTube because you're missing out on some of my content that I don't post on Facebook. You can check that out on YouTube. And big up to you. Samuel, I'm going to add you in right now. Do you want to put your camera on or what's up? So yeah, Lacazette was lucky when his chance against Liverpool. Man even tried to do what? Chase the ball due to unluck. We've been schooled. Second game, lose. Yeah, but this was one of the worst games under Arteta. You know what I mean? This guy's saying we need a Vieira type. We need a Vieira type at Arsenal. Yo, what's good, Sam?
Yo, what's going good, Egal?
I'm chilling. Eddie says, really need to get some minutes because Lacazette is too wasteful most of the times. Lacazette will bounce back soon. He was unlucky against Liverpool. Left the field frustrated. He was thinking too much when he got his chance to hit the goal. Now, Arwa is likely to join us. The deadline, confident. Edu is doing great. Let's keep hopes alive. I definitely have hopes alive that Houssem Arwa is going to happen. Let's sign a strong midfielder, please.
You know what? I think you know the money for Kolasinac. I don't think it's going to. Well, I think most of the money is going to go to Thomas Partey for Kolasinac.
Woo! You guys, Samuel's coming in with the heat. We should sign Salah. We should play Salah on the left. Okay. Yo, Samuel.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about it. So before I'm gonna get back to the comments in a section, guys. But before I do, if everyone on Facebook could just do me a favor and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. You're missing out on some of the content that we do on YouTube. We don't always do stuff on Facebook. But Samuel, talk to me about Thomas Partey, Houssem Arwa. Are we going to go for the 27-year-old Ghanaian who played today for Atletico Madrid, or are we going to go for the 22-year-old Leon midfielder? Who do you think we're going to get? And do you think we could possibly get both of them?
we have every right to get both of them. But honestly, speaking, I think Hassim Aouar will be done first because Arteta sees the need of our midfield, which is creativity, and Hassim Aouar brings all of that. So, and mainly, if you've been looking at Twitter on Fabrizio Romano and the news reports, that Arsenal are more willing with Hassim Aouar than they are with Thomas Partey. And you see, talking about interest in Juventus and stuff. I don't know what the president of Lyon is, the Lyon
Yeah.
president's name, but he's like the French Daniel Levy, where he puts up the fake interest on
Yeah.
players to make sure that the club fees it up. So I think we're in a good position if he's talking about us like that, saying, "Oh, there's more clubs interested," but really, Juventus have already bought Weston McKennie from Schalke. They've also got the most stacked midfield in Europe. I can't see City going in for him because they've already strengthened, and Pep Guardiola said there's nothing to be added. But if Hassim Aouar gets done, then within by Friday, like Juninho said,
Yo, one
the
second, Samuel. Let me just respond to this comment. I'm Somali and I'm from Canada, so that's why I don't have a British accent. Anyways, continue.
um yeah, I'll say Juninho, who used to play for us back in the day, who's the director, said that we will know about the situation by Monday. So that's really encouraging. But if we get Aouar done by Monday, then we have every right to be confident Thomas Partey. If I think you know what, if Torreira happens, I really let Torreira do happen. Sorry, if Hassim Thomas Partey comes out of the way, so I'm confident with because the Torreira deal makes it a little easier for us to get Thomas Partey.
Yeah. Now, talking about what Fabrizio Romano said yesterday that the deal for Said Kolasinac to Bayer Leverkusen looks like it will be completed within the next 48 hours. This was yesterday, so that now there's 24 hours left. Now, adding on to that, he said Arsenal could get 11 million euros plus add-ons for the switch from Arsenal to Leverkusen. And he did also have some additional comments that he said Arsenal are working to sell Lucas Torreira to Atletico Madrid, in addition to getting Said Kolasinac to Bayer Leverkusen, are still in talks with Lyon over Houssam Aouar, and it looks like we'll be still having our main target be Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey deal is still very quiet, but he doesn't think that he said 80% chance that Arsenal get both 80% chance that Arsenal get one of them, but he said 90% chance that they don't get both of them.
You know what, Egal? That money for Kolasinac, the 11 million euros, you know where it comes from?
Where?
The Flop Havertz, Kai Flop Havertz, because they paid 85 million euros. So basically, most of that money has gone to Schick for 30 mil, and now there's no way they don't pay 11 mil for Kolasinac if they don't get the Havertz deal done. So basically, we've got 11 million euros for Chelsea for Kolasinac. So thank you, Chelsea. You got a flop. He's gonna be the biggest flop that the Premier League has ever seen, and you got us 11 mil for Kolasinac. So thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah, if you did a FM watch long, it would be cool because your knowledge is high class. Thanks, bro. You know, I don't actually have Football Manager on my computer. My computer's a 2010. I have Football Manager on my phone. So I play Football Manager most of the time on my phone. I don't really play it on my computer. And I find it a lot easier to play on your phone. When you play it on your computer, the actual breakdown of how it is, it's so
realistic.
tactical. It's so tactical that like just to make substitutions is easy, but when you have to pick your team, you have to not only pick your attacking options, but you have to pick your defensive options. And then when you play the game on your phone, it's quite simple because it just tells you have 4 or 5 different brackets where you can make changes on the defensive side and the attacking side. Where in Football Manager on the computer, you have over 20 different options just on the defensive side, let alone the attacking side. So it's a lot more complicated. But I think once I get a system, I'll definitely be doing some FIFA stuff. You know,
so PS5 FIFA or
yeah, I'm gonna be doing an NBA stream also later tonight. So anyone who wants to check out the rest of the NBA content, I'll be doing NBA content, some NBA streams after this. We'll be talking about the NBA finals. We'll be talking about Lakers versus Lakers versus what do you call it?
the Miami Heat.
Yeah, and who's gonna win? You guys can pick that.
You know, I'll give my predictions right now
teams.
because you know what? I hate the Lakers, bro. I can't stand the Lakers.
Listen, leave it for the NBA chat. If you can't be on, just put it in the comments after. But yeah, yo, this guy's on fire today. I rate this guy. How did you switch from how did you switch from Canada to England? I'm an American Arsenal fan, and I love London. Tell me about the life
Wait,
in London, mate.
he looks like someone like he's from Minnesota. Shafi, yeah. Are you from Minnesota?
Don't say that. Don't say that. You're
Uh,
being stereotypical because Somalis live in
yeah,
Minnesota. Don't do that. Don't do that. But what I'll tell you is, that's like there's a lot of Somalis in San Diego. Also, there's a lot of Somalis in Utah. There's Somalis all over the place, man. There's a lot of Somalis in Toronto, obviously, in Vancouver. They're all over the place. There's Somalis all over London. There's Somali community everywhere. But when it comes back to Arsenal, I want to talk about some stuff, right? So first thing, we're going to be doing a watch along tomorrow. Samuel, you're going to be on, right?
yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Ainsley Maitland-Niles' possible switch to Manchester United. Is this a joke? What do you think?
A joke, 100%. It's fabricated by the media just to create a little, because they're a little bored. They want to, it's a week before the deadline. They want to get paid. They're getting nothing right now because no one listens to the British media because they're the biggest joke in football right now. So this is another ploy, but nobody in English media to really try to get attention.
Yeah, no. What do you guys think? If we were offered 22 million euros, first of all, why would Manchester United offer us euros? Okay, one. And two, why would we accept 22 million for Ainsley Maitland-Niles when we value him for 25 to 30? Wouldn't we reject that immediately? Because what's the difference between 22 million euros and the 15 million pounds that they offered us? It's chump change, really, that Wolves offered us. So if we didn't sell him to Wolves, why would we sell him to Manchester United? And you know what, Manchester United, if they got him, he would be a quality player for them. But I don't even want to fathom the idea of selling him. Because in my opinion, we need this guy to be a backup left back. We need him to be a third choice right back. We need him to be a first choice wing back when Tierney plays in the back three. He's a really good player, and I don't see the reason why we would sell him.
Yeah, same as well. United already got positions in their left back position. They got Brandon Williams, Luke Shaw. They got Tellers coming in now. So this rumor came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah, it's absolute BS in my opinion. Now there is another story. Ainsley not from Ainsley Maitland-Niles to another academy project in Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson looks like he's a really good player when it comes to playing on the left-hand side of a front three. But when he plays on the right-hand side, he kind of looks lost. And you know what? I think with Aubameyang there and Willian and Pepe, he's not really going to get too many games at Arsenal. So it does make sense to send him out on loan. What do you think about the possible loan options for Burnley, Southampton, Crystal Palace, and what was the last one? Burnley, Southampton, Crystal Palace, and Brighton. So in my opinion, Crystal Palace, they have a lot of options, but he would be a good substitute for them, right?
Yeah.
Burnley, I think he could get a lot of game time at Burnley because Burnley doesn't seem to have too many real out and out left or right wingers. They have a lot of left or right midfielders in what do you call it? Dwight McNeil and Goodmanson.
But you know what, Egal, he doesn't have passion and desire for Sean Dyche and Burnley. So
he's English, so that's one thing he has. For Burnley, that's one thing he has. He's English, right? What else is there? Okay, Brighton. I think Graham Potter is probably Graham Potter and what's the Southampton's manager's name?
Ralph Hasenhuttl.
I think Ralph Hasenhuttl and Southampton and Brighton are more suited to a Reece Nelson because Reece Nelson needs a team that plays a little bit more expensive, where Burnley would not play as expensive and Crystal Palace would not play as expensive. And I don't think Arsenal's loan system, we want to send players out on loan to teams that do not play good football, and maybe not even good football, but teams that don't play legitimate like attacking football and don't create enough chances. We didn't send Eddie and Nketiah to Bristol because Bristol don't create enough chances for Eddie and Nketiah to play. So I don't think we're going to send them to Burnley or Crystal Palace.
You know what, Egal, I don't think we'll send them all because this season is going to be like no other, where you have games every 2 days, no non-stop for like 4 months until the until the Euros. So this year, I can understand why we're hesitant to get rid of these youth players like Reece Nelson, because really it's because of rotation, and more than ever this season you need a rotation.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, out of the 4 options, if you had to narrow it down to 2, which 2 clubs do you think he would be best suited to go to? Out of Burnley, Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Southampton. And guys in the comment section, you tell me also, where would you want Reece Nelson to go out on loan? Because if he's going to go out on loan, he needs to go somewhere where he's going to play, and he needs to go somewhere where he has an opportunity to impact the game. So where do you want him to go out on loan?
Or really, I want him to go to someone that plays expensive football, which is the only two teams, which is Brighton and Southampton. May not see Southampton more likely because I don't think our relationship with Brighton's that good anymore. We've never had, because of what happened recently. I don't think Brighton and Arsenal have the best relations of any Premier League, not any, well, compared to other Premier League clubs. So mainly I see, because Brighton don't really need attackers right now and they're in a good position, but Southampton, I can really see him going there.
Yeah, and you know what? There is a possible move for Wilfried Zaha on the cards by getting him over to Palace. If we get him over to Palace, there's rumors that we could possibly get Wilfried Zaha on the other way with a possible £40 million obligation to buy with a loan. And do we still need Zaha?
You know what? If we want to, I'm not saying this, but if you want to be serious this Premier League season, and like push on and be competitive, because I think this is the most open Premier League season we'll ever have. I mean, I don't want to sound delayed, but maybe if we want to get challenged, at least give Liverpool a scare, then we need someone like a Wilfried Zaha. We need the best in every position if we want to be like that. But as of right now, I don't. If it was a loan deal with the option to buy, then I'll take it any day of the week. But if it was a permanent deal, I really wouldn't take Wilfried Zaha. And for me, I see us right now in the process, which is this season is Champions League football, and from next season, if we get Champions League football, is that to challenge for the title next season. But this season, the aim is Champions League and winning the Europa League.
Yeah. Guys on Facebook, if you can do me a favor right now, go on that link, click on that link and subscribe to my channel. That would really help me out a lot. If you guys are watching on Facebook, just click on the link in the description and subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Egtv. There's some stuff that you're missing out on that you could be checking out on YouTube. I'd really appreciate that. And also, this is the Liverpool Arsenal preview, so we're going to get a little bit more into the Liverpool Arsenal game that we're going to be playing tomorrow. So now, we're gonna, just before we go on to the Liverpool Arsenal game though, we're gonna still talk about some of the transfers, right? The final transfer that I want to talk about is the hot transfer that everybody wants to talk about, the one transfer that everyone wants to talk about. And no, it is not Dele Alli. We don't want him. He's a piece of shit. Nobody wants Dele Alli. Get that bullshit off the screen, right? Kieran Tierney looked healthy, ready to go, but the guy that we want is Houssem Aouar. And Houssem Aouar looks like it could happen. It looks like most likely it will happen. And you know what, Samuel? This right here, you know what I heard? I heard from reliable sources and some friends that I know that this deal is pretty much done and that the club is trying to do a PR spin to make it seem like it's a last minute they're trying to make it seem like it's a last-minute signing that we're going to get over the line. But there's rumors that he's already spoken to Arteta. Arteta told him that he sees him as a Kevin De Bruyne type fit. He sees him as our Kevin De Bruyne at Arsenal. He sees him as that creative midfielder who could unlock defenses and be our talisman in the midfield. And that is what he sees. And he thinks that this deal is most likely going to happen. I've spoken to sources that think this deal is most likely going to take place. And this deal is going to happen, my friend. What do you think?
You know what? I've heard a couple of rumors about the Thomas Partey thing because apparently we have the money for Partey, but to really chat, I know this sounds ridiculous, but as a negotiation tactic, make it seem like we don't have the money. So when we offer Lyon, say 38 million euros, then probably they say, oh, Arsenal broke, so maybe you could consider this offer. Because if we considered like we activated Partey's release code straight away, then Leon, you know how Leon are with the transfers, they try to push for every single penny. So that's how I see it. Hassim Aouar, I can see him becoming one of the most elite midfielders in the world and one of the best French midfielders. Like if you've seen his performances in the Champions League against Man City and in the Champions League in general, well, this guy has been bossing midfields. And again, did you see the game against Juventus a couple of months ago where he created the first goal when he created the penalty? I mean, honestly, against the best teams, then there was City. He's already shown everywhere that he can already do it against the best in Europe. So without any doubt, I think he'll be our marquee signing of the summer, the face of, and probably will be the face of our new midfield for this new era.
Okay. How are you doing, boys? It's what? How you doing, boys? It's the comments. What's going on, Sonny? Big up to you, bro. What do you call it? Now, just getting back to the game, bro. So Liverpool versus Arsenal. It's a Carabao Cup game. We're going to discuss it. We're going to break it down. We're going to get into it in depth, right? So most likely the two teams, this is what they're saying is going to happen. This is what they think is going to happen. They think that the Arsenal team that's going to play is David Luiz, Runnerson obviously in goal, Gabriel, Tierney, Saka, Ceballos, Willock, Ainsley Maitland-Niles as right wing back, Pepe, Eddie Nketiah, and Nelson. So I went with the same front three. I went with the same midfield. I went with the same left back. I put Cedric instead of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and my goalkeeper is the same. So the differences that they have is 1 and 2, 3. So I had David Luiz and Gabriel in, but I didn't have Tierney in, and I didn't have Ainsley Maitland-Niles in. So those are the two differences between my team. What is your team?
So my team will be Runnerson in goal, obviously. Left centre back won't be. I don't see us playing Tierney because we've got Sheffield on Sunday, so I'll put Gabriel in there. I can see us playing Rob Holding again. I don't know why. And then Saliba right centre back. Left wing back will be Saka, same as you. Right wing back will be Cedric. That's what I believe. In centre midfield, I think Ceballos will play after what he did on Monday and preparation for Sheffield. Willock 100% see him starting this game because Arteta loves him.
Yeah.
Pepe has to start and has to make an impact because the jury's out. The jury's out for Pepe right now because on Monday he was just so poor. So yeah, he can make amends. And Nketiah, he's a top striker, and I can see him being one of our effective players in this competition. And Nelson's a little sticky one.
I think Nelson's good on the left. He's not as good as he is on the right, but against Leicester, he showed that he has a little bit about him.
And this shows, if you look at our midfield options between Monday and Wednesday, Monday and tomorrow, it shows how badly we need midfielders right away.
Yeah.
We've got a week.
Yeah, we still need Houssem Arwa and Thomas Partey, and our transfers. We still need guys. It just goes to show you. Now, this game right here. Let's just look at what's going to happen. So the injuries, Arsenal, man, we always have injuries. Look at our injuries. We have Gabriel, Chambers, Pablo Mari, Mustafi, Emil Smith-Rowe. Kolasinac is out because he's most likely going to be transferred. Socrates is still doubtful. It looks like Cedric is injured. I didn't even realize. I thought Cedric was back. And then COVID for Thiago. Rio and Brewster looks like he's most likely not going to play. I didn't even realize their new left back got injured. Henderson's out. Oxlade-Chamberlain's out. Matip's out. Now, that's just a little bit of that. So they're talking about team news here. They're saying Arteta is expected to change from to make a lot of changes from the side that lost 3-1 to Liverpool on Monday. He thinks Dani Ceballos, Pepe, Eddie Nketiah, Bukayo Saka, and Gabriel will most likely return into the starting lineup. Arsenal are going to be patient this summer after signing William and Saliba, after bringing William in and Gabriel and bringing Saliba back from his loan. He doesn't expect too many more signings. Talking about Socrates possibly be transferred out, and Runnerson coming in as the number 2 goalkeeper for Emma Martinez. Now, Emma Martinez being sold, that's the story for another day. And this is the predictions that they have, my friend. They're predicting Arsenal are going to lose 1-0. They're saying this is going to be the second meeting between the two sides in 3 days after Liverpool were triumphant 3-1 victors on Monday against the in the Premier League. Now we're going to be facing the Carabao Cup, and they expect the same result. Not the same score, but the same outcome in Liverpool winning. They're saying with such a weak side, it's difficult to predict how it will go. But Liverpool only have 3 home games in all competitions since the start of 2018, and they're expected to win all of them. And they haven't lost really at home much. in a long time, and especially against Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal's beaten them at home since Santi Cazorla days. You could probably
Yeah,
say that about a lot of teams. We haven't beaten City since Santi Cazorla days, and I think the Liverpool game where we beat them last, Santi Cazorla scored and Podolski scored.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
just goes to show
Uh,
you. So
yeah, there was also the one before that when the moment when Van Persie scored in injury time with that volley, the Van Persie volley at Anfield. One before that. Do you remember it?
yeah, crazy. But yo, tell me about this. Andrew's saying he thinks Leno could play because he did play against Leicester last game. Do you think Leno will play again?
You know, in this competition, I've seen the big teams pay their first choice keepers with Chelsea, with Edouard Mendy, Tottenham and Lloris. De Gea played last week against Luton. So everyone really is playing the number one goalkeepers in this competition. So it wouldn't surprise me if we had to play Bernardo.
But I think Runnerson is signed to play these kind of games. Runnerson is going to get the game time. He's going to get game time, and this is the kind of games that he's going to get game time in. He's not going to get game time in a lot of other games. But now it's time for the predictions, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time for the predictions. I want to hear your predictions. What are your predictions for tomorrow's game? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to take place? Because after losing 3-1 against them in the league, what do you think is going to take place tomorrow in the Carabao Cup? Because my prediction is I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. Okay, because I think Liverpool are going to play such a weak side that we are going to be able to take the lead early, and we're just going to give it to them. But what do you think?
You know what? I said before the week when we drew Liverpool, I said one of us will win the Premier League game, one of us will win the Carabao Cup game. Depends which way. So I see us winning this game. It's not going to be low scoring. This fixture never is. That's the one thing that's guaranteed about Liverpool and Arsenal. We get goals, goals, goals. So it's a little weaker teams, but I see us pulling through. We win 3-2.
3-2. Okay, guys in the comment section, give me your predictions for the game. And Mr. Bunga, I think that's the real Sonny. He's a cool guy. Let him be. Anyways, what do you call it? My prediction is 2-1. Your prediction is
3-2.
3-2. High scoring games for both of us, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like the Premier League this year, no clean sheets for nobody. I could see a handball happening or something silly like a penalty.
No VAR. That's the thing.
Oh, no VAR. Yeah, you're right. So most likely you could see an offside goal or something like that, and people are going to complain, why is this happening? And yeah. Okay, so we got our first prediction here. Andrew's saying 4-3 Arsenal. Big up. Big up. What do you call it? Mr. Bongo, what's your prediction? Bergkamp, if you're still watching, what's your prediction? Skills, what's your predictions? Guys in the comment section, put your predictions in the comment section right now. Let's hear those predictions. And you know what, bro? I will tell you something. If Arsenal beat Liverpool tomorrow in the league, you know what the narrative is going to be? That Arteta has Klopp's number. And Arteta's beat him 4 times. In 4 games, he's beaten him 3 times. Martin Ross, big up to you, Martin Ross. If you do me a favor, subscribe to the channel on YouTube also, because that's really important.
You know what, Egal?
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp, what he did, he does not care one bit about the Carabao Cup because he always disregards it. And I share the same thought with him. I don't see us as a big competition. But today, you see Jurgen Klopp didn't even attend the press conference. It was his assistant that did it today.
Yeah, he doesn't care about these games. He doesn't give a shit. So yeah, predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Lum Bergkamp is in with his prediction. His prediction is 2-1 to Liverpool. Woo! That is very, 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 very pessimistic, my friend. And he still has Santi Cazorla and Ceballos as his display picture. Now, what I will tell you guys is I'm most likely going to go with the 2-1 prediction. Samuel, you're going to go with the 3-2 prediction. You know what? The bookies are saying that it's most likely going to be a Liverpool win. That's the prediction they're going for. Now, who's most likely to score? The most likely people to score are Diego Jota and Pepe or Eddie Nketiah. Those are the 3 favorites to score. So it just goes to show you that Arsenal have the favorites to score. Now, Samuel, have a good one, bro. Thanks for coming on. And you know what? I'm going to end off the stream by saying this, boys and girls. We're going to be doing a watch-along tomorrow. Check out the watch-along. We're going to have the regulars coming on to do the watch-along tomorrow. So check out the watch-along. We're going to be having the watch-along coming on tomorrow. And you know what? Arsenal versus Liverpool, it's going to be a good one. So stay locked, stay tuned. We're going to go live probably half an hour before the match. So check it out and check out more of our content. And you know what? I'm going to leave off with Mr. Bungle. Mr. Bungle always coming out with the good jokes. Big up to you. He's saying 9-0. I rate Mr. Bungle. But yeah, I'm out of here, boys and girls. You already know what it is. EG the Kid on EGTV, and we're out of here. Stay locked. I'm going to be my NBA stream right after this. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.